Hello avatars and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can probably tell, I have a very special guest with me. This is Nabila from Nabila Eve, and today we are going to be ranking our top 10 MCU movies, so let's geek out. Alright, so
So how are we going to do this?
I guess start with your number 10 since you're the guest on the channel, and then talk about why you put that movie in that spot.
Okay, so for number 10, I said, what did I say for number 10? For number 10, I put Black Panther.
Okay.
Because it's like different and interesting, and like I love the representation and everything, but it wasn't like the best movie in my opinion. Like it didn't really give me the feels, I don't know. But it was still really interesting, and all of like the warrior characters were amazing. Like we loved the sister princess person,
Sure.
and then and then also the warrior lady, and of course Black Panther is great. And yeah, that was it.
Alright, so I put Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And I just think that what mainly is a downside of this movie is that it kind of subverts expectations because the Skrulls are typically the bad guys, and the Kree are usually the good guys, but obviously that wasn't what happened. So it was just that, and then they kind of made her powers like inconsistent because she blows up an entire ship, and then she just like one shot, just like kind of weaker. I don't know, like.
Yeah, I get it. I think they do that with like a lot of stuff. Like sometimes, okay, like on Supergirl, I think we've talked about this.
Yeah,
maybe on Supergirl,
probably.
like she has like literally like super speed and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like she has all this stuff, but like she doesn't really use it that much. And like I feel like with fighting, you know, super speed, just like da da da, but she really doesn't. So yeah, I think that's a legit point.
Yeah. And then, number 9.
Yes. For number 9, I put Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I just recently watched it, and it was so good. What did I put it in? Okay, I just recently watched it, and it was really good, and like all of the characters and like all of the relationships were just adorable, and it makes you believe in the villain even if you already knew he was a villain. Like it makes you really believe that he's like good and stuff, like at the beginning, and it's so cute because he's like this little like father figure because you know Iron Man died. So yeah, but I did not think that it was as good as it could have been, and it definitely wasn't as good as the first one in my opinion.
Okay. Alright, I'll talk more about that in a minute. I had Age of Ultron, which is the second Avengers movie.
Yes.
Now, I love all the Avengers movies, just to put it out, but I think this is the weakest one in terms of plot because it's just, at some points, not interesting, I have to say. But it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When I was writing this list, I had to like go back and look at all the movies because I forgot Age of Ultron happened, honestly.
That was where they almost dropped a city.
So I remembered that. I was like, oh, that's the one where like the city died, and that's where they got all mad at them, right?
Yeah, and like
because after that is
Civil War.
Civil War.
Yeah, and that means Age of Ultron is in the MCU a very important movie. Yeah. But as a movie itself, it's not very good. I mean, I still love it because of some of the really funny moments in it, which it definitely has. But I think it was just the weakest Avengers movie.
I remember going and seeing it like at Christmas or something with my family, and it was good, but like I've forgotten about it, so I'm guessing it wasn't that good. Yeah. Okay. What number? Okay, so for 8, I put Civil War.
Okay.
Because wait, what did I say? Okay, so like I love pretty much all movies and books relating to like the government and like just government stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting to see like how the government is finally like, hey, can't do that. That's not a thing. That should happen. And like the people going into the different stuff, and then like Tony getting all like feelsy about life and being like, y'all not cool. And yeah, so I really liked it, and I think it's really important, but also like, what was I gonna say? Honestly, I remember when it was about to come out, and I thought it was gonna be so stupid, because everyone was like, who do you think's gonna win? You know, like, because it was Iron Man and Captain America, and I was like, that's so stupid, like, why would they put them against each other, because I had no idea what the movie was about, you know? And then, well, also, Iron Man has everything, Captain America is just strong. So, I was like, Iron Man definitely. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so, fun fact about me, I actually don't like Civil War.
Okay.
Because I think it's great up until the airport fight, but, you know, they set up this whole thing with the super soldiers,
with
everyone against everyone.
And that's when we see
Black Panther and Spider-Man. Yeah.
Wait, okay, Spider-Man and Tony are like
the best. Yeah. Alright, but they set up the whole thing with all the different super soldiers, and then they just don't use it.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
It's like,
you know, Iron Man has literally so much stuff at his disposal. Like, he could probably take over the world. Like, I mean,
probably if he tried hard enough. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like a genius too.
Yeah.
Well, he was, you know.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Okay.
But like as I'm thinking about it now, I've grown on the movie a bit more because of the impact of those last moments with the fight between Cap and Tony and Bucky, obviously, but he's kind of like a third wheel. It's like, here's Cap and Tony, and Bucky's like just like the plus one. But I just think they could have done more with it.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was just me talking about Civil War. My number 8 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Now, it's like Age of Ultron. As a plot, it's okay. You know, it's not exceptional, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
Which obviously you'd know if you've seen it, because that's what it's famous for. It's not famous for the plot. It's famous for being funny. But I think all of the characters just works and goes so well together. And the fact that nobody really expected this movie to go well, it's like, oh, it's another movie. Okay. Because no one's heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I definitely had not.
Yeah, I had neither, but it worked out. And I just really enjoy it, but I haven't seen it actually in a while. I should see it again.
I think I rewatched it like a year ago. Oh, that's a long time ago. Like, when did it come out?
2014.
So a year ago isn't that long.
No.
That time ago. 2014 is 5 years ago. So I was 8 years old.
Yeah. I remember I saw Guardians for my birthday, because that was a thing.
Nice.
It came out the day before my birthday, I think. I'd have to look at the calendar, but...
I remember no, actually I don't remember anything. That was somewhere else. For 7?
7. Yes, 7.
For 7, I put the Avengers, the first one.
Alright.
Because, I don't know, it brought together all my fave people, and I think Loki is amazing.
Yes.
I don't know, I just love Loki, he's great, and yeah, that's it. I just think it's really good.
Yeah. Well,
it's not as good as a lot of the other ones.
Really? Okay. I put it higher.
Okay.
I will say that, and I'll talk more about it when we get there. For 7, I had Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Because a lot of people say that it's one of the best Marvel movies, and it is. As a movie, it is one of the best. but I like it because it's like a spy movie, almost.
It is.
Because it's, it's still a superhero movie, because you have Cap, but it's like, Hydra's infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D., and there's the side plot of, Bucky's evil.
Yeah.
And then it's like, who's Bucky? He doesn't know who he is. All he knows is the Winter Soldier. And obviously this is another one that's crucial, at least for Civil War, because it sets up the fact that he's an assassin and he killed Tony's parents. But I love the scene where, Bucky has beaten Cap almost to death. Helicarriers, like, the world is burning around them, practically. They're on a falling helicarrier, and he says, "You can kill me because I'm with you till the end of the line," and he stops. It's like, I think Cap falls out of the helicarrier, but Bucky drags him out of the water and leaves him there.
That.
It's like, to show
like,
there's
whoa.
still a fragment of him in there.
Yeah, like he's still human.
Yeah, and then it was just a very fun movie. Not fun movie to watch, but it was an exciting movie to watch. Because it was like, okay, they have to do this, and they have to go there, and it's just very exciting. So, yeah. Number 6.
Up front, my memory is, bad. But I low-key forgot that Winter Soldier happened. But, I mean, not, like, I didn't just now remember. I remembered earlier. But I was watching, like, a bunch of movies at my grandparents', and we watched both the first Captain America and...
Second.
But we watched Winter Soldier again, and I was like, wait, this is, like, actually a good movie. And also, like, Hydra is so fun, and I love that Hydra was put into, like...
Yeah. And then I'll talk more about this when I get to Endgame, but that scene in the elevator...
Yes! We love that scene!
Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the elevator fight in Winter Soldier. That was just... And then Cap... It's like they're all standing in the elevator, and Cap says, "Before we get started, does anyone want to get off?"
That was the best! And also, I, like, totally forgot that was in that movie, because, like, I watched Endgame, of course, and I was like, I, like...
Testing, what is this?
Saw the scene, but then I, like, remembered, and then when he goes into the elevator, I'm like, I remember this?
Yeah.
And it was just great. So, yeah, that was a good scene.
Well, fun fact, the first time I watched Winter Soldier, it was, like, late at night, and I fell asleep for, like, the last half hour. I went back and watched the end of it later, but it was just funny.
Nice.
Anyway, so, number 6.
Yes. Number 6 is... okay, so I put Guardians of the Galaxy.
Alright.
Because it's just hilarious. Like, it's so funny. It's so different. Like, I feel like it was kind of like a breath of fresh air, kind of, like, with all the other, like, action stuff going on.
And I think it came out right after Winter Soldier, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so Winter Soldier was, like, the opposite of... I mean, not the opposite, but it was still... Yeah, so that's and also, like, we love the music, nostalgia, all that type stuff. Also, I'm so... low-key might be a fake fan, but I did not connect the villains from Guardians of the Galaxy to, like, the rest of the universe until, like... I don't know
Captain
when.
Marvel? Because Ronan was in Captain Marvel.
Ronan was in Captain... When did Infinity War come out? Wait, when did Captain Marvel come out?
Captain Marvel was before Endgame.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I connected the villains all together until, like, Infinity War. So, I'm just kind of, But, I thought it was so interesting, like, looking back and, like, thinking about all the movies, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is all... It's so, like, Marvel is just so smart. Like, that was such a genius. Like, whoever... Marvel's just so smart, and they're gonna take over the universe. Actually, no, well, Disney's gonna take over the universe.
Yeah.
They already have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the whole thing. I just thought it was really funny.
And we have to give props to the director and screenwriter James Gunn, because he's the one that had the idea, and I'm sure Marvel was thinking he was crazy, but it worked.
Clearly.
Yeah, and I might have mentioned this, but just the way all the characters play off of each other with the humor. Alright, so what did I write for number 6? Number 6, I wrote Far From Home.
Okay.
I actually like it better than Homecoming.
Okay, yeah. So I think my opinion is kind of a lesser agreed upon.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people like Homecoming. Really like Homecoming. But I like Far From Home because I think it's more fun to watch.
Okay.
And it's also probably because it's more fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
But just the fact that, you know, all the interactions with Peter and MJ, and the whole thing with Ned and what's her name.
Cute.
But it's like, you know, he has all these plans, you know, I'm gonna be a bachelor in Europe, and then he meets the girl on the plane. Yes. Which I'm pretty sure is a character in the comics, but I could be wrong. And so he meets the girl from his school on the plane, and so they're like, you know, they're dating, they're happy, whatever.
And then when they come
back, oh, we broke up.
like, we're good.
And I love how Ned's just like this wiser character. So I just think
we finally get MJ and Peter,
Yeah.
which is like my heart. Yeah.
And then Mysterio. Oh man. And then the end credit scenes. We have to talk about the end credit scenes.
Yeah, the end. Kind of made me hate life. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually missed the last end credit scene, but I read about it.
Yeah.
So, like, I know what happened.
Yeah. But I'm not sure you know this, but the person who played J. Jonah Jameson, the news person in the end credit scene of Spider-Man, played J. Jonah Jameson in the original Spider-Man trilogy in 2002.
Oh, fun! Did they do that? I mean, I guess they've had to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
That's fun. But yeah, no, I hate like the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, mid-credit.
Where, you know,
Mysterio just like
Peter Parker.
I have to know when he found the time to record this.
Yeah. He's just Mysterio must be like smart.
Maybe, I don't know. Alright, we're getting into the top 5.
Wait, I was gonna say something else.
Oh, okay.
I hate it how they did this on purpose, but it's like they're all happy and stuff, and they're like, you know, MJ and Peter, and then of course have to go and say the freaking name. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5.
Alright.
I put Captain Marvel.
Alright.
Because wait, let me read what I said.
If I'd been smart, I would have written down points for my movies, but I didn't, so.
But you know stuff in your mind. Okay, I had so much fun watching Captain Marvel. Like, honestly, like, I went with Lydia, we were, you know, giving each other looks the whole time, because, like, it's just so fun, and I love that it's set in the past, and what else did I say?
Like, before all the MCU.
Yeah, so it's, like, it's different, but it also has so many hints, like, when he's writing the report,
Yeah,
and
I was about to talk
the
about that.
Avengers,
Yeah, and you get the Avengers music come in.
and I'm just like, and, like, Marvel, and, like, Marvel, and I'm like, yes!
Yeah,
and, like, also the girl power, and, like, the cat, oh my god.
The cat.
We stand the freaking cat. Also, the fact that the cat is the one who, like, you know, scratched up the eye.
But it does kind of take away from, you know, Winter Soldier, or whenever it was, I can't remember, Nick Fury said, last time I trusted someone, I lost my one good eye. It's like, really?
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about?
Exactly. No, that's so funny. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
It is kind of, like, stupid, but it's also, like, amazing.
Yeah. So, if you don't know this, I am a huge geek about movie scores.
Okay.
So, just when the Avengers theme came in, I was just like, yes!
Nice. And I also, wait, what else did I say? I put other stuff, I don't know. Where did it? Oh yeah, and I love, like, the shapeshifters were great, and, like, at the end when it's, like, all, like,
it's like,
family.
who do you trust?
Yeah, and, I love the friendship with her
And Maria Rambo?
Yeah.
Ish.
And, yeah, that was it. It's a good movie. I had a really fun time watching it.
Alright, my number 5 is Infinity War.
Okay.
Because it was just seeing everyone in the movie at the same time, but it was just a little bit of everything. It was the humor, it was the action, the stakes were the highest they've ever been. Like, I'd say the stakes in this movie were higher than they were in Endgame. I was saying something about
The stakes.
Okay.
Why?
Yes,
Why do you
because
say the stakes are higher?
Because instead of trying to repair what's already been done, they're trying to actively prevent
To
it,
stop it, yeah.
and they have to protect the stones. And then there's just that final battle in Wakanda is just the best, and then when Thor comes in, and we get the music.
And when Thor comes and whoever who
Rocket
says someone's like
Hulk?
like
We're
someone
so screwed now.
Yeah, that part is the best. Oh my gosh.
And he's got the axe, and he's just like, I half expect, like, if that were in Thor Ragnarok, we'd be getting Immigrant Song right about now. That's the song they used.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just think it's a really good movie, really fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Alright.
I forgot where I put.
Number 4.
Okay, number 4. Okay, wait, don't judge me on this. I don't know if you're gonna judge me.
I don't know.
Okay, I put the first Iron Man.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Explain.
So, wait, let me read what I said. Okay, so I just recently rewatched this at my grandparents' house, actually, because they had like a sci-fi channel. I don't know.
Okay.
But I just love it because it goes back to like, I mean, it's the first Iron Man. Like you
Mhm.
see him like
Building the suit in the cave.
yeah, and like it just goes to the core of him, and you see him
Yeah.
change.
Mhm.
And I love Iron Man. Like
Mhm.
definitely one of the best characters in the MCU, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And I just think it's really good, and like the cave stuff and everything, and like
Yeah.
low key, I had definitely seen it before, but I think it was like a long time
Mhm.
ago that I had seen it. So like when I rewatched it, I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff going on, and I just really enjoyed it, and it was just really interesting.
Yeah, well,
to me.
one of my favorite lines is that in that movie is they're trying to build the arc reactor for Obadiah Stane. He says, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. It's like,
Tony's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. That's the whole thing.
but it's like that movie shows you just how far he's come
Yeah.
from the beginning to the end.
And it makes it that much more powerful.
Mhm.
Because I feel like if you had just watched like some of the recent movies, you
Mhm.
might not realize that he started like
Yeah.
somewhere so far from
But
that.
what was I gonna say? But
Like Robert Downey Jr. just does such a good job of playing Iron Man.
and he
that,
does.
Yeah, he does! Oh my god, I freaking yeah. I just recently watched another movie with him, like Robert Downey
Like
Jr.
Sherlock Holmes, maybe.
Yeah, it was Sherlock Holmes, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know? And also, like, does he always play, like, the genius, depressed jerk? Is that just his character type? Because that's what he is in that
yeah.
movie. And it's like,
What I will say is, like, before Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. just as a person was a wreck. Like,
yeah,
an
because he's had
absolute
all
mess.
this father
Yeah.
stuff.
And he was just, like, a mess, and then they cast him as Iron Man, and it all went uphill from there.
That's awesome.
Alright, so, number 4. This is a bit of a personal bias for me.
Okay.
I put Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Because, I love magic. I'm sure you know.
Yes.
And I just thought it was a really good movie. The special effects were amazing.
Definitely.
It had comedy. Shambhala. What's this? My mantra? Wi-Fi password. We're not savages. And just, the training, going from an absolute self-obsessed jerk to master of the mystic arts.
Yeah.
And, the twist with the Ancient One, she's actually, pulling magic from the dark dimension. It's like fighting fire with fire, practically.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
I can't talk enough about the special effects. Just like the mirror dimension, where it's like buildings are just. I can't even talk about it. Just you know
It
what
looks
I'm
so
talking about.
cool.
Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then just Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor
It's
Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch in general was just amazing, but as Doctor Strange, it was excellent. And then just the whole Dormammu, I've come to bargain. where it just keeps repeating over and over and over again.
The memory is
Not working.
like Dory, yes. Yeah, no, Doctor Strange was amazing. I had a hard time with Doctor Strange, honestly, like, because I couldn't decide if I should put it on the list, low key, because Doctor Strange is so fun, and it's really different, and like, I mean, maybe it's not different, maybe it's, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. But yeah, it was really good, and I liked it, and the magic was fun, and it looked so cool. And also the change from that movie to like Endgame?
Infinity War?
Yeah, is really cool to see.